Okay guys, this is a multi-part series for the Turnigy 9X. I'm going to be installing the Smartieparts board, the revision 2.3, and a Turnigy backlight kit for it. Okay, so obviously I got my Turnigy 9X here from Hobbyking, and show you some of the other things I'm going to be installing. Okay, first I got the Turnigy backlight kit for the 9X, and then the Smartieparts board I got from Smartieparts website, and I'll show you what it comes with here. Zoom in here. Okay, it comes with the main board. This is the revision 2.3. It comes with a little jumper. It comes with the connector to hook up the mini USB connection. It comes with some screws and spacers. It comes with the wires to tap into the light kit with the plug already on it. And then I went ahead and bought some extra of these screw kits just for an extra $1. So I'm going to find out where those go. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get this out of the box and get started. Okay, I've already gone ahead and took out the battery harness. I'm going to keep it in this tray. It's pretty easy to work with, keeping it in the styrofoam tray here. So let's go ahead and start taking out these screws. There's 6 screws, 2 at the top, 2 on the sides, and then 2 at the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and take those out now. These screws are sometimes kind of hard to get out, especially right from the factory. They seem to be pretty almost over tightened, not stripped though. So and I am going to be putting in the blue backlight kit. There is a little bit of soldering involved with the particular setup that I have. So right now would be a good time to get your soldering iron plugged in and warmed up. If you buy the full kit from Parkflyer, that's PARKEFLYER.com, I think they have a kit offering that has the backlight kit with the correct connector on it, so there really is no soldering with their kit. I just simply chose this because I had I wanted the blue backlight kit, and I think Parkflyer or ParkEFlyer comes with a white kit. So it's up to you, just whatever you want to do. I had the blue backlight kits on hand, so that's what I chose. I went ahead and chose. Okay, so when you take this apart, you're going to want to maybe get the screws out like this. See if they all came out. Nope. When you pull it apart, there is a connector that you're going to have to keep in mind. Oops. Loosen some of the screws a little more. There's a connector you're going to want to keep in mind. Okay, let's go ahead and get that unplugged. Okay, gently unplug it. Don't just be yanking it. You gotta gently unplug it. Okay, there it is. You're gonna want to set the back aside for now. Okay. Okay, before we start digging into this, one thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have the version 2, okay? I forgot to mention earlier, the Smartieparts board, the revision 2.3, works on the 9X version 2, okay? The version 1, I don't think it works with, just because of the placement of, I'll try to zoom in here. of this little silver dot, okay? The version 1 had the silver dot on the next line over here, but what you want to do with your version 2 to tell is the silver dot's going to be right here, and I think it's the 6th. If you count these little pins, it's the 6th one over, it's on that track, okay? So make sure yours has that located right there, okay? Okay, you're going to want to loosen this board here. There's 9 screws, 1 in each corner, and then there's 3 additional screws in here. The screws are different. The corner screws are different than the middle screws. So what I do is I just, when I take the screws out, I just kind of stick them in the foam, kind of in the pattern of where they were, so I know if I got to put some of these screws back in, I know where they go. Okay, just a little hint. All right, when you loosen the board, I'm gonna carefully pull it up here, and you're going to see this foam here. Okay, what we got to do is remove this foam. Okay, the light kit comes with a new foam pad that's a little thinner, so it can leave some room for the actual light panel that goes in here. So, okay, this it's really glued on here. So what you're going to have to do is take some great care taking this off. So take your time, be patient, and just peel it off slowly. Don't warp this board at all, or don't twist it. So just take your time and slowly just keep peel little by little. Okay. Okay. Once you have that the old foam pad off, it might leave some glue residue behind. But what you do is take your finger and you roll over the glue, and it actually comes off pretty easy. So take the new pad, the backer off it, and you'll see there's a white rectangle already here. What you're going to want to do is stick this, using that as a guide right in the middle. And if you look in relation to where the screen is down here and the posts for the screws, you can kind of line it up here and tell if you're going to have the right alignment. Okay, once you get it where you want it, just push it down with your thumbs. Okay. What I always do, I always keep a can of compressed air, and I just kind of every once in a while I'll blow out the dust. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just test fit the screen just to make sure it fits in there. Doesn't matter what side right now, but once we get time to install it, it's going to matter what side you put down. Seems like it's going to fit there okay. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and cut these wires and hook it up to the new wire and plug that comes with the Smartieparts kit. Okay. Okay, I've got the wires hooked up to the light kit already. Just soldered them in. I don't know if the wires are going to be too long, but if they are, I'll come back and cut them and shorten them. Okay. What you'll notice on the light panel is there's going to be a plastic protective screen. You're going to want to peel that off. And this is the side that's going to go down onto the LCD display panel. Okay. What you're going to want to do is feed these wires up. Okay. And then just before you lay it down, give it one more shot of compressed air to get the dust off. Okay. Carefully lay it down. Okay, it might want to move a little bit on you, but that's okay. One thing you might want to do is make sure to keep these wires out of the way. These pegs are going to have to go down in, and you're going to really want to make sure they're not in the way here. One thing you might want to do is put a piece of tape on the side of this board. It's not going to show, it's just going to keep it in place. It'll be inside the transmitter, so you'll never notice it. Okay. Okay, it's just there so the panel doesn't move around at all. Alright. Okay, once you have it in, what you're going to want to do is push the buttons and make sure all of them push down. Okay, you want to make sure there's no wires or anything. That are caught underneath the buttons. Okay, I know right now these are they're not in there. Okay, once you verify that they all work, go ahead and carefully put the corner screws back in. Okay, go ahead and verify that all the buttons still click. Okay, everything seems fine. Okay, now you're going to want to install the Smartieparts board. What you're going to do is you're going to unplug this connector here. You're going to unplug this connector here carefully. Okay. Okay, the board comes with a series of screws and spacers. So go ahead and pull those out of the bag. Okay. What you're going to go ahead and do is put these spacers right over these designated holes here. What's going to happen is when you screw it down, you see these little pegs on the bottom. They're going to be making contact with specific points on the board. Okay. So go ahead and line this up. Okay, I'm glad I bought those extra screws for $1 because I think those are the correct size. I don't know, it doesn't seem like the screws that come with it are the correct size. They don't fit in the holes in the circuit board very well. Let me give these other screws a try. These are the screws that I bought. I think it was an extra $1. Yep, those fit in perfectly. So those are the ones we're going to use. Okay. Go ahead and carefully get all the others lined up. Okay, you're going to make sure these screws are tight but not too tight. You really want to make sure those pogo connectors are making contact with the board underneath it. Okay, so tighten them until you feel resistance. Okay. Okay, what you're going to do, you take this little connector and you're going to push it into the board underneath it. Okay, really make sure that's plugged in pretty well. Okay, take the old plug. Okay, it just plugs in here. And then the jumper plugs in here. Okay, you're going to take your backlight cable and that's going to plug in here up in the corner of the whiteboard up there. Okay, I'm going to do one last check to make sure all the screws are tight. Okay, we did forget one screw. There's one more screw up here that we missed. Okay, that's part of the original screw pack, so I'm going to go ahead and put that screw back in. So you're going to end up with 4 extra original black screws, which were replaced by the new screw kit. And again, the extra 4 screws that I bought for an additional $1 from Smartieparts, you're probably going to want to get those because those are a better fit than the screws that come with it. The screws that come with it seems like they're too big, and I didn't want to ruin the circuit board by plugging in those. Okay, so make sure to get those extra screws for $1. Okay. Now there is one additional part of the kit, which is this battery USB connector. We'll go ahead and take the back of the 9X and flip it over. Take the cover off, and we're going to feed it down through here. Okay, and what this is going to do is it's simply going to slide in. There's an existing track here that it just slides into. Okay, it's going to look like that. Okay. Now all that is left is to put the transmitter back together, plug it in this cable into the Smartieparts board. They're plugging this back into the 9X board. Okay, when you're plugging back these cables back together, when you plug in this the new kit for the USB, when you plug it into the Smartieparts board, you want the red wire to be down on the bottom, and you'll see a little black arrow right down here. Okay, that's going to be where the red wire goes. So the red wire is going to be on the bottom, then white, then green, and then green, and then gray on the top. Okay. All right, there it is.